episode, I want us to talk about how to deal with a partner that is battling anything from bipolar depression or just anything along that spectrum. Okay, so oftentimes we talk about how to deal with depression, how to deal with bipolar disorders, how to deal with mental health, but the one thing that we really don't talk about is how to deal with people, how to deal with partners that are experiencing these different mental health issues, because that is really important, okay? And I'm talking about this because, again, from the events where we saw AKA's girlfriend, so that just made me realize, or made me think about how important it is for us to talk about these things. Even something like addiction. How do you deal with these partners? How do you help them? How do you help yourself? So number one, learn about the disorder through and through. Now, you don't have to become an expert in mental health. You're not becoming a doctor, you're not becoming a psychologist, you're not becoming a psychiatrist, right? You're not becoming a subject matter expert, okay? But still, you want to know about that issue. What is it, okay? What causes it? What are the causes? What are the different ways to deal with it? Like, what are the different medical options that are available, okay? It even gives your partner that confidence, that happiness, knowing that you know about what they're going through, you understand, right? It gives you a whole different understanding when you know exactly what this is, and it makes your partner really happy, right? Knowing that you know what is going on with them, knowing that you know you have a solid knowledge and a solid understanding of what exactly it is that they are going through, okay? Number two, you want to know what triggers them, because when it comes to depression or bipolar disorders, or that broad spectrum of affective disorders, right? There are different triggers. And this triggers is not a one-size-fits-all, right? The triggers differ from person to person, okay? Even within the same person, the triggers may differ at different times of the year, different times of the day, or just if they're going through one thing or the other, the triggers just differ. So you want to know, you want to get the details. And this is why communication is important, because most times you're going to get the trigger from them. You're not going to get the triggers from the book. I mean, right, when you're trying to know the disorder, then you're going to get the scientific or the medical explanations or examples of what the triggers are, right? But for your partner, you want to know what exact thing triggers them. Some people could be triggered by the slightest arguments, could be triggered by pictures, certain things, depending on what caused their depression. So you want to know what exactly their triggers are. You want to see if there's a pattern to their triggers, right? And then sometimes, even when you don't ask, you can decipher what their triggers are by just paying attention. So you can pick those triggers up yourself. But it is really good that apart from picking up those triggers up yourself, that you talk to them, you ask them, you try to understand, you try to explore and know exactly what your partner's triggers are. Because this is the only way you can avoid them. Because it's going to help you avoid these triggers. Because for most of those people, the trigger is what pushes them to the edge, right? And if you know those triggers, then you're able to avoid them. That is the only way you can help them out. Number three, provide all the support that they need. For the most part, people need support. People that are going through depression or schizoaffective disorders or bipolar disorders, or just anything along that mental health spectrum, most times what they need is support. Support in different ways, right? So you want to provide your partner with that support that they need, because it is so difficult for people to, for just even people that are not going through depression, people that are not depressed or anything, it is difficult to go through life alone. We always need people, we need community, we need support. So how much more someone that is possibly going through depression, right? So you want to give them the support that they need. If you see that there is anything that they need support with, give it to them. They don't need to ask. Please do not wait for them to ask. Offer that support unprovoked. Reach out at all times and be like, hey, do you need help with this? Do you need this? Do you need that? It may be difficult on you as a person as well, as a partner as well, but please, when you understand that your partner, whoever, when you see that they need support with something that can help them overcome, or that can just help them navigate those depressive episodes or those bipolar episodes a lot better, offer them the support without waiting for them to ask. Number 4, monitor them. Yes, if you want to do this as though these people are kids, go ahead. Pay attention to their every move and monitor them. If I don't know if you want to, and just come up with different strategies to monitor these people. Because, for example, bipolar disorders, right? It's just people at different spectrums with different, it could be 1 minute they are excessively happy and joyful, and then the next minute they go into this depressive mood, you know, this sadness. So it can just be, it goes like this, right? The mood changes within a flash, and within that moment, anything can happen. They can kill themselves, right? They can be thinking of suicide or even actually do it. So you want to monitor them. Any means that you want to do it, you want to monitor them just to make sure they are okay, just to make sure they do not do anything to themselves, right? So it is really important. It may look as if, oh, you're being too possessive, or you're too much into their business, or you're too much in their business, or you're being too fuzzy or whatever. You want to monitor them, not because you're trying to see what they're doing, or you're trying to be overly protective of them or whatever, or you're trying to not let them have a life. No, you're monitoring them for the purpose of making sure they are fine, of making sure if they try to do anything, then you're right there to help, that you're right there to stop it, that you're right there to stop them, you're right there to make sure that they are alive for themselves, for you, and for all their loved ones, for their family. Number 5, seek for support, right? Seek for support and reach out to similar people just to find out how they are also handling the situation, right? There are lots of support groups out there that you can check out and see, hey, people, it may be like an alliance or whatever, you know, people with similar partners, okay? There are all of these things online. Everything is online, y'all. So you want to reach out and check out what are other people doing. The people with partners that have similar issues, how are they dealing with it? How are they helping their partners? It may not be exactly like your partners, or even there are groups that may just even be exactly like your partners, okay? So you want to reach out and join those groups and get tips on how you can help your partner. And above all, I just want to say, above all, look out for yourself. Practice self-care, because again, if you're not fine mentally, if you yourself, you're not at a good place, you're not mentally fit, then you can't help someone else. You can't help your partner. You can't save your partner. Okay? So you want to make sure that you are okay. You want to look after yourself. You want to practice self-care and make sure you are mentally okay. You are mentally strong. You're mentally fit. You're mentally balanced to help your partner. So you guys, I hope this helps someone out there. It has been a very tough week and tough times overall. I've seen so many people recently just, coming up with depression stories or posting things online that has had me so worried about their mental health, so worried about, how they're doing, if they're gonna harm themselves or something like that. Okay, I felt I should make this video just to support someone out there that may be dealing with a partner right now that is going through so much, that is going through depression, that is going through depressive episodes, bipolar episodes or anything like that. And I hope this helps. Okay, so you guys be well, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.